Hey, Mrparka here to review a new one from Dead Lantern. This is Shivers Down Your Spine. I've actually not seen any of their films, so this is my first introduction, and it was a pretty good one, I must say. This is a horror anthology. I'm a big horror anthology fan. I actually dig that cover art quite a bit. I wanted to give it a spin. I actually heard from it from my friend Denver Johnson was talking about it, and I was maybe interested because Denver, gets into some, semi pretty obscure stuff, and he's really big supporter of independent cinema. So I ended up ordering this, and got it, and put it in as soon as I could. Essentially, the film has a nice wraparound that including that has 10 stories, as the I guess the main characters let you know, and they range in quality and preference what I would like. So let's get into it. The wraparound basically follows a guy who puts in a frozen pizza and out pops a genie lamp. He rubs it. Sexy genie comes in, and one of his wishes is to tell him a bunch of stories. And what proceeds is what this guy's made probably over the last few years, and you get to see him, progress as a filmmaker throughout the shorts. Some I liked, some I didn't like, some I thought were okay. Throughout the film, there was some, noticeable audio dropouts and things like that. Maybe some hisses, just technical low budget stuff that happens with every low budget, with a lot of low budget pictures. I should say everyone. Uh, there's that, of course, and then there's, like I said, there's always the thing about an anthology. There's a couple bad ones that maybe someone will like, but you don't particularly care for. As is the wraparound is very self-aware, and this is both good and bad to me. I know it's not necessarily, when something is self-aware, I know it's not necessarily trying to be disingenuous, but sometimes you think, okay, it's funny at times, but it also is tedious. But it also lets the audience know that they are aware of what is happening in the story, and although it is silly, they are in on the joke. They are not, they're not in the joke. So it is a film that is with the self awareness. It does, I say, get tedious, but it also pays off in some good jokes. So I'd say it's good and bad. So after every short, they kind of make comments about the short and things like that. Some of them I say are actually really cute and funny. Others, I was kind of like, eh. The first story follows a girl on Halloween night, and it's a very typical story, a knock on the door. What stands out on this one is some of the practical mixed with digital. They kind of make some tricks and do some reverse film stuff, and I thought that was kind of neat in there. Besides that, it's a fairly typical, kind of Halloween ghosty type deal. I'm going to probably get out of order here, but that's I might not remember all the stories. There's also one about a convention, which is, if you guys have seen She's Dead, it's similar to that. This one I thought was okay. I wasn't big on, the acting or maybe the dialogue or something. I thought that was a little bit more to be desired in this one. As for the movie, the acting ranges from okay to good. I think some people are really good in it. The one of the shorts involves a couple discussing, and there's a really nice setup, and it's really well acted. And then the setup's great, and then the payoff is really good in it. And I've seen shorts in that kind of way where you just have two people talking, and then the payoff comes out, and it's just really good stuff. I don't remember necessarily what that one was called. I'm not going to remember all the titles. But like I said, a couple that stand out for sure would be the Christmas Horror Story, which is an 80s style inspired one. There's a couple moments in that one where I thought there was too much air. I guess when he's kind of making fun of the kids, they're supposed to be fixing this theater up overnight, and there's a Santa slasher out there. So the concept set up, for any like 80s fans, 80s horror fans will really dig that one for sure, because it has all the 80s tropes and characters things in there, and there's some gory deaths here and there. Speaking of gory deaths, the practical effects in here are pretty solid. When they're there, I think they were all pretty good. Some of the digital effects are hit and miss. They let you point out in one of the stories about some car FX and digital stuff. Like I said, some of the stories are, like I said, it's a mixed bag, which is why I kind of love anthologies in a way. And this one definitely has like three or four great stories in it. Then they range from comedy to horror to spooky to scary to a mixture of all of them. There's a film noir one, which is kind of neat to see him try something different. I really like the lead female in that one. She does a good job. She looks the part for sure. And also I think that the actress who appears in kind of suicide, kind of depressing one is really good. Although I do not particularly care for that short. I think it's kind of strange to use a lot of flashbacks in a 10-minute short. It's kind of like redoing. I understand it's kind of to show you what has happened and how to reveal, but it's kind of strange to use flashback setup like that in a short as it is. But a great performance nonetheless, and good makeup effects at the end. So, like I'm saying, my personal favorite story is probably the one with the genie actually tells one of her own personal encounters. It's just probably all around the funniest story in the bunch, and I love the type genie stories when people get their just desserts by wishing for stupid things. Also, definitely the funniest, like I said, and some really good dialogue and good performances in that one all around. So Shivers Down Your Spine, I would say check it out. It also includes another short, Midnight Kiss, which is a cool concept for sure. And I love these horror anthologies. It is 2 hours and 14 minutes long, so you're definitely getting your money's worth. I'm more of a kind of short kind of movie horror guy. But then again, this is an anthology, so you can watch one, come back, watch one, and I think this movie's kind of made for that. You don't have to do this all in one sitting. Although most movies you should watch in one sitting, this one is set up that you don't really have to do that, and it's perfect for this type of film. I did not get into the special features. I did watch the extra short on here, but the special features include 5 commentaries, an hour and a half of outtakes, and I'm pretty sure if I would have watched that, I would have felt a bigger connection to the films as I usually am, because in the credits you see that these people, it seems like a really good group of people, and they all, a couple of the same actors and actresses appear in the shorts. So I would check this out. There'll be a link below. Deadlantern.com is the site, and there'll be more information below if you want to check it out. But I'd say, yeah, this one's worth your money, I think, especially if you like horror anthologies and low-budget films. I mean, there's some cool concepts, and the director shows that he has a pretty good range in different styles. But I'm Mrparka. Thank you very much for watching, and have a good one.